Every once in a while wandering through the endless rabbit holes of the internet, you stumble across something that makes you stop and ask a simple question. Why did this disappear? That happened to me when I came across an old photograph from 1968 showing something called Kentucky roast beef. Now, most of us know Kentucky Fried Chicken. We know the kernel. We know the buckets of chicken. We know the secret recipe. But for a brief moment in history, Kentucky Fried Chicken tried something very different. They offered roast beef sandwiches, ham sandwiches, and other items designed to expand. And honestly, I'd try one. It got me thinking about all the forgotten fast food experiments that have vanished over the decades. The history of fast food is filled with strange ideas, bold experiments, and menu items that seemed like a good idea at the time. Some became legends, others quietly disappeared. Take Kentucky roast beef. It seemed perfectly reasonable. Roast beef sandwiches have always been popular. The Colonel certainly knew a thing or two about seasoning food, yet somehow the idea never caught on. Maybe customers walked in expecting chicken and couldn't get past the idea of ordering roast beef from Kentucky Fried Chicken. Imagine taking a bite and saying, "Not bad, tastes like chicken." Then there was the long list of forgotten menu items from other chains. McDonald's once sold pizza. Burger King experimented with everything from specialty dinner plates to unusual burgers. Taco Bell spent years trying different concepts before becoming the taco giant we know today. Many chains experimented with seafood. Some tried breakfast expansions. Others attempted upscale menus. Some tried to become full-service restaurants. A few even experimented with entirely different restaurant concepts. Most people never hear about these ideas because they failed quietly. The successful experiments become part of history. The unsuccessful ones become trivia questions. What's fascinating is that many of these ideas weren't bad. Some were actually pretty good. They simply arrived at the wrong time. Or customers weren't interested. Or the concept didn't fit the brand. That's one of the lessons of business history. A great idea is not enough. People have to want it, and they have to understand it. The Colonel may have created a perfectly good roast beef sandwich, but customers looked at the sign and thought, "I'll have the chicken." Sometimes a company's greatest success becomes its biggest limitation. The thing that made it famous overshadows everything else. And yet, I can't help wondering what some of those forgotten menu items tasted like. Would Kentucky roast beef have been amazing? Was McDonald's pizza better than people remember? Were there hidden gems that simply never got a chance? We'll probably never know. But that's what makes these forgotten fast food experiments so interesting. They remind us that behind every successful business are dozens of ideas that never quite made it. Some were terrible, some were ahead of their time, and some might have been fantastic. The next time you pull into a fast food restaurant, remember this. The menu you're looking at today is the result of decades of trial and error. Hundreds of ideas were tested, most disappeared, a few survived, and somewhere out there is probably a former customer who still misses a menu item that vanished. Around this campfire, we like stories about things that endure, steam locomotives, classic songs, old memories, sometimes even old menu items. Because every now and then, what's old becomes new again. And who knows? Maybe someday Kentucky roast beef will make a comeback. Until then, the fire is still burning and we're all still here. Christy here. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And if you have an idea for a future campfire conversation, pull up a chair and share it with us. We'll save you a spot by the fire.